What's goody, boxing heads and fight fans around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. Now, when it comes to the La Machina, the machine, Lucas Matthysse, I've always been a fan. Can't say nothing bad about the guy, you know what I mean? I remember at one point in time, the man had the highest KO ratio in boxing, you know what I'm saying? Out of all boxers, from heavyweights, like every single division, he had the highest KO percentage, you know what I'm saying? And, this guy was on a roll at one point in time. He's diverted off his role a little bit, you know what I mean, the momentum he had, but he's trying to regain that momentum and that steam that he had, you know what I'm saying, when he was at 140, you know. But La Machina, you know what I'm saying, now he's at 147, and basically this video, he's basically saying he beat everybody at 140. Now he's trying to beat everybody at 147. I'm not mad at that mindset, you know what I mean. That's how every boxer should think, you know. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. My guy right here ain't beat everybody at 140, and that's why I have a problem, and that's why I'm making this vid. You see, this guy Lucas Matthysse, man, this guy was a good, formidable opponent for many guys at 140. You know what I mean? Let's think about it and take a look back at his losses. Matter of fact, let's talk about his wins. Who'd he beat at 140? Old washed up Vivian Harris. Old washed up DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley from DC. Big ups to Chop Chop. The Nigerian kid, Jose Olusegun. Beat fellas like Mike Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Stopped them fellas in vicious fashion. You know? These are kind of names that he beat at 140, you know what I mean? You check it, John Molina. John Molina, that was a tremendous fight. I think that was my fight of the year for 2014. John Molina put him on the canvas twice, you know what I'm saying? And, both of them fellas had stupid power, you know what I mean? That was a slugfest for sure. He also beat Ruslan Provodnikov, matter of fact, you know what I mean? In a good fight where the man elected not to slug it out, but he elected to box, you know what I'm saying? Show his boxing skills. His underrated boxing skills, you know what I mean? I don't just consider Lucas Matthysse just a come forward pressure fighter who just want to slug it out. The man can box when he has to, when he wants to. But for sure, one thing for sure, two things for certain, his kryptonite is fighting a boxer, a pure boxer. A pure boxer, in my opinion, beats this guy early and often, you know what I'm saying? And twice on Sundays. Now, the guy... Let's take a look at his losses when he talks about he beat everybody at 140. Zab Judah, close controversial fight. He dropped the man Zab Judah even in the 10th round. You know what I'm saying? Close controversial fight. The fight could have gone either way. If you told me it's a draw, that's fine by me. When I see that, I had Matthysse winning that fight by a point. But I'm not mad if you got Zab Judah winning or a draw. Could have gone either way. Devin Alexander, another loss on his resume. I had Matthysse winning that fight for sure. I definitely had him winning. I thought Devin Alexander lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, I remember the man Matthysse put him on the canvas. Okay? Those are two losses right there on paper, you know what I mean? We might think that's just a matter of our opinion, just like judges, a matter of what they think they saw. But on paper, he has them two losses to the man Devin Alexander and Zab Judah. Then he got into the big major fight, a kind of mega super fight with the man Danny Garcia. Great fight, tremendous fight, where most people were predicting that the man Lucas Matthysse will stop Danny Garcia, you know what I mean? I picked Danny Garcia to win that fight, but I wasn't confident in my pick, you know what I mean? I thought Danny would fade late, like he has shown to fade late in previous fights, you know what I mean? Especially the fight he had before fellas like Matthysse when he fought Zab Judah. Judah came more strong in the later rounds. That's another loss. Then we can't forget about his last loss. That was to Victor Postal, a fight where I got some guap off of that, you know what I mean? Got a nice chunk of change picking Victor Postal, who was a considerable underdog in that fight, you know? And he did what I thought he would do. I thought he would stop him, and sure enough, he did stop Matthysse because, like I said, a pure boxer, and especially with the range and the reach and the boxing skill set that Victor Postal had possessed at that time, being undefeated, I knew he'd get it done, and sure enough, he did. So there we go, man. 4 losses right there. He beat the lower tier guys at 140, but he ain't beat the world champions. You know what I mean? He ain't beat the top tier guys. You check it? And one thing for sure, this guy Lucas Matthysse has had a great career, in my opinion, good career, but he's never, ever, ever been a world champion, man. Never been a world champion, you know what I mean? He got a shot coming up in 2 weeks fighting this Tewa Kareem guy. I think from Thailand or something like that. Is it from Thailand? Um, that's a fight that's also not a given either, you know what I mean? I think this guy Tewa Kareem could probably get. I watched a little film on him. He can get this guy some trouble, you know what I mean? I'm gonna definitely make a prediction video sooner than later, you know what I mean? Hold tight for that. So, this is basically my message to the man, Lucas Matthysse, man. When you talking about you beat everybody at 140, and now you're going to do the same at 147, you got to pump your brakes, playboy. You ain't beat everybody at 140. You ain't beat the top dogs, you know what I mean? And you were favored to win some of these fights, like with Danny Garcia. And oh yeah, he did beat Lamont Peterson. I'll give him that. He beat Lamont Peterson. That was a great victory. Definitely his best victory on his resume. You know what I mean? A prime Lamont Peterson too, who was a champion. Although the fight was at a catch weight, the title wasn't on the line. The IBF strap. He beat Lamont Peterson fair and square. Lamont Peterson ain't complained. No gripes about that. But this guy right here, Lucas Matthysse, you ain't beat everybody at 140. We'll see what you're going to do come your WBA regular title fight versus the Tewa Kareem guy. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what you got to do at 140. His last fight, 147, he fought Emmanuel Taylor in his last fight, and he beat the hell out of him, man. He gave Emmanuel Taylor a spanking, but I don't consider Emmanuel Taylor really a 147 welterweight guy. This is also a guy coming up in weight from being a career 140 guy, you know what I mean? So, hey, in my opinion, the machine, La Machina, Lucas Matthysse still has a lot to prove, but I just had to debunk his theory that he beat everybody at 140. Still my guy, still very entertaining, guy to watch. And I'm looking forward to seeing what his fight come to January 27th. B Marsh Boxer, leave your thoughts and comments, and let me know what y'all think about this guy claiming that he beat everybody at 140 when he was campaigning down there at junior welterweight. B Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. Peace.